Stage
Because yeah,
fright.
hello people.
Welcome to the channel.
Welcome to the Facebook world.
This is YouTube and Facebook,
Sorry, YouTube world, to the social media world.
to the social media world. Um,
Yes.
we
Dankie
are.
JJ dat jy my genooi het.
It's not a problem.
Ek sien
Uh,
ek's nog excited om met jou vandag te praat.
yeah, likewise. For
Ek,
the English for the English viewers that does not understand Afrikaans, I'm going to put some subtitles um,
because
before
when I need
before
to speak
posting.
English, it's gonna sound very deliciously. So I will spare all English viewers for that.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
All right. I
But I
think
think to carry over the emotion or the way that we are gonna or what we're gonna talk about, I think it's better that I speak it in my native tongue, which is
yes,
Afrikaans.
yes, yeah. And we're not gonna rehearse. This is not rehearsed. It's not planned. It's just organic and just speaking as it comes.
Okay,
So
so meneer Germeshuizen, JJ, why
yes,
did you start this channel? Just to give us a bit of a background from where it all started and why.
um, well, I think it's twofold. It's one is for I think for myself um, to to speak about my experiences and what I experienced in my past and what led me to alcohol and eventually giving it
Yes,
up.
people, we are talking about alcohol today. And
Yes,
addiction or
uh,
previous addiction.
just to jump in there, alcohol will be probably the main subject for I think the next few episodes, but it's not
Yeah.
limited to just alcohol. Um, and so to answer your question, it's just just putting my experiences out there and also in the process learn about myself. And if it resonates with anyone watching this video, then that's a bonus. If it can help anyone, um, yes, over to you. What was alcohol? What was the meaning in your life? What was alcohol for you? Um,
Ja, so ek dink die myn ding waar alkohol eintlik vandaan kom is dat ek wil amper sê dit was 'n normale ding toe ons groot geraak het. Um ons ouers gebraai, gekuier. Ek dink toe ek en jy ook in die skool was, jy het van jongs af 15, 16 die eerste bier gehad. En ek dink dit was altyd in die ding van hoe ouer jy raak, okay, dink jy eie huis, jy kan drink, jy kan mense oornooi. So it was a culture thing.
hmm.
En daar was net niks verkeerd daarmee gesien. Dit was actually snaakse ding as jy nie drink nie. Soos wat is fout met jou? En ek moet sê dat baie van my memories is actually goeie memories met drank. Met die vriende, met kuiers, met uitgaan. So in my 20's, skool 20's was dit actually baie goeie memories.
Not
Um
not alcohol.
not ja,
Sorry.
so memories, dis goeie memories met alkohol. Maar jy kom op 'n stadium van die lewe waar ek ook getroud geraak het, kinders begin gehad het en dan is dit meer die realiteit van die lewe wat inslaan. You've got your 9 to 5 job, you've got responsibilities, you've got the mortgage. Dit al die ding wat bygeadd word en dan op die einde van die dag begin jy 'n bietjie meer drink. Omdat ek dink nie ons is toe ons groot geword het eintlik coping meganismes geleer wanneer die lewe regtig waar swaar raak. En ek dink alcohol is maklik. It's easy to get. It's cheap. Um it's an easy way to if you want to call it um if you have a bit of stress just to take the edge off. But as you go on, you need more of it. And the more you drink it, the more is that nasty cycle of, it's like a dog chasing its tail. You're actually then drinking to feel better. So dis wanneer dit actually 'n probleem begin raak. So ek gaan nou nie my hele storie vertel met nou lank raak, maar dit het basies geraak op 'n stadium van dat ek het basies, I was a functioning alcoholic, so I could still do my job, have my duties, obviously not to the fullest of my capability, but I could still function. And it came basically to a part where like a 3/4 bottle whiskey 'n dag. En alles begin nou onder lê. It's like a frog that's being slowly boiled. En dan kom dit net op 'n punt waar jy besluit van ek kan nie meer so aanhou nie, omdat jy begin mense teleurstel, jy begin jouself teleurstel, jou vrou, jou kinders, en op 'n einde van die dag is daar diep ongelukkigheid wat in jou lê. En maak nie saak hoe baie jy drink nie, maak nie saak hoe laag jy in that barrel afgaan nie, is net jy kry net nie reg om van 'n gevoel ontslae te raak nie. So dit het basies tot 'n punt gekom, wens ek kon net meer dramaties maak, maar dit was net op 'n punt waar ek kan dit nie meer doen nie. Daar's nie vooruitsigte nie. Ek is nie die man wat ek moet wees vir my vrou of my kinders nie. Ek doen nie besigheid soos wat ek moet hê. Ek het nog altyd geglo ek het 'n baie groot capability. En obviously die drank het dit onderdruk. I think sometimes you're afraid of that capability that God has given you a talent. And then so I think if that comes to the forefront, you have a responsibility. And I think that was my thing, is not running away from responsibility, but not taking on God intended purpose for your life and taking up the responsibility. Because as a man, you have to your wife, to your children, to your community, to your friends, to everybody. So there's al baie om mense te dra. So dat op punt gekom waar ek net besluit het oor die kan nie meer drink nie. Was geen benefit nie, my gesondheid het onder dit is nie meer reg nie. Dit raak meer negatief. So ek het toe maar net 'n besluit geneem. So ek dink JJ, soos jy ook sal weet, you get to that point where you make a decision.
Yeah.
And I came to that point where I made a decision, and then I told myself that door is closed, no matter what. There's no turning back, because obviously the rebuilding phase, as you know, you're still fresh in the sobriety.
Yeah.
How many days is it now?
We're going on 7. I was first counting my 11 weeks, almost 3 months.
Yeah, so it's still fresh. You're gonna go fill your first store.
Yeah.
But as time progresses, it gets a little bit better every single day. En dan begin jy weer 'n bietjie na die toekoms te kyk. Jy begin actually excited te raak om jy sien my Jessie. Ek het actually meer energie. As jy drink, jy dink nie in die toekoms nie. Jy dink net aan die volgende dop. Die volgende bottel. There's nothing else. That's your focus. That's basically your life. Is you're not looking forward to the future. You're looking to the next day, the next bottle.
Yeah, your whole existence and your life is around planning.
En alles beplan. Wanneer kan ek my dop drink? Verstaan jy? Ek moet ry, moet ek nie ry nie. Soos wanneer kan ek drink?
Ja.
So alles in jou lewe vat die is agter dit. So is eerste nie, en jy is die eerste nie. Die dop is eerste.
Ja.
So en dit was 'n lang proses, die opbou, maar alles het met tyd gekom. Omdat alcohol is net 'n pleister. It's just a plaster for many other things that has happened in your life, and it just suppresses it, because we don't like pain. The pain. Alcohol numbs the pain.
Yeah.
It means that you are not dealing with things that you actually need to deal with.
Yeah.
So that is an easy thing to go to because it numbs the pain. And once you get to a point where you understand that alcohol is just a patch up and not actually a fix, you're actually starting the whole process of self-discovery again. You discover yourself and see, was I let so, where is that hurt and why is it resonating in your life now? And what is your trigger points? So that was the main thing, is to go and rediscover myself and to see who is Dewald without
Mm.
alcohol, or
Mm.
using alcohol as a mechanism to take on life. And I think that if it wasn't for that, for alcohol, I would actually say I'm not bad friends with alcohol. I'm actually saying thank you for alcohol, because I've realized the person that I didn't want to be through alcohol.
Yeah.
And actually that gives you that day and light between where I'm now, and I can still remember how I was with alcohol. So it gives you that massive gap. And with that comes gratitude. I've got immense gratitude, and I've got more love for people, for my wife, and I've got more what do you say it? Geduld,
Patience. Yeah.
patience. I think that's and also consideration, empathy, because you starting to understand why people not only drinking, but how life is treating them, and it's not them, it's what happened in the past, and they don't know how to cope it.
Mm.
So you starting to have more empathy with people, and a love for people, because you understand them. It's not them, it's just a past program, a past event, and it's just it still plays out even if it's in the past. So I think I need to throw this ball again to you, because otherwise I'm going to talk.
Yeah.
I think you have mentioned previously what was your defining moment, but I think it's just important again just to play it over again and just explain to us again how your relationship with alcohol started and where it ended, because it did end now.
It did end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I'm going to try and not make it a long story. I'm going to just highlight the important parts. Um, but similar to you, alcohol was readily available. It was, as a kid, it was used for socializing, for sadness, for happiness, celebrating. Um, and so that's all we knew. We didn't know. We
We
didn't
didn't know
know.
better.
We didn't know better. We didn't know it's bad for you. We didn't know it's potentially can ruin your life or put you in compromising situations.
And you had
And
a few.
a few.
I think some of your old buddies can contest to that.
Yeah, it's more than I can count. Um, and yeah, so going, and I think I touched on this in one of my previous Facebook videos. It's sort of, it becomes familiar to you, and it's all you know. So once you
No,
get
it's
to,
like, sorry to interrupt you.
no, it's fine.
It's the abuser, or it's the devil,
Yeah, it's comfortable. It's something you
It's
know.
comfortable. Even if it abuses you, it's still the knowing. You know
Yeah,
it. You know how it feels. You know how it acts. You know
yeah,
how
and
you.
and and you've got all this story from your parents where they say, oh, but they did this and that on alcohol, and as a kid, it sounded really great. It sounded like this is like a really cool thing to do. Um, and subconsciously, when you get to that age, you sort of repeat that cycle because it's already in you. Um, and so fast forward a few years, went to London, and so alcohol really, once I left school, it didn't really, it was always a part of me. I didn't really separate from alcohol. Um, and went to London, got like a 2 year holiday thing. Got involved with some other life experiences over there, and
Drugs.
yeah, sorry, mom. Um,
No,
uh,
no, we didn't do it.
no, we didn't. Um,
No, yes, we did.
and going through that whole episode, it brought back anxiety that I had as a kid, and it came back tenfold. So alcohol became a self-medication um, uh, substance that I can rely on to become a person that I liked more.
That's
I
also
like,
what you just said, rely on, meaning you knew it.
yeah,
You
yeah,
knew what you got, meaning there's no variation or nothing, no dependency on other people that's going to disappoint you. You knew alcohol is always there.
100%. So I drank alcohol to become the person that number one I liked more, and number two I thought the people liked more. So that was instead of
Sure.
enjoy that was instead of enjoying alcohol, that became I thought
Your identity.
yeah, I thought I needed that to become the person that I thought I wanted to be, and that the world wanted to see. Um, and that stayed with me for the better part of 25 years.
It's
Um,
crazy how time goes, eh?
yes, but the thing is, I didn't realize it then. I only realized it now, like, doing the work. Um,
Yeah.
and at the time, I thought I was just I was naturally this sort of shy, unsocial, like what's the word I'm looking for? Uncomfortable in social environments, and alcohol was just my way of dealing it. And
Yeah.
I sort of accepted that until I came to the point where, um, and I think I have also to add that I could have been arrested. I could have been in jail a few times. I could have been dead.
Yeah.
I could have been. It was. I would go through cycles where there would be this big event, and then I would go, okay, well, I probably have to cut
I
back a
need to
bit.
stop. I
I need
need
to
to
stop,
stop.
and then that will last for about a week or two or three, maybe a month, and it
Yeah.
will slowly start, and then that cycle
Yeah.
will repeat itself.
And then
Oh,
it is as if it's just 10 times worse after that event when
yeah,
you sustain from it.
yeah, yeah, and then you think you can handle it. Then you think, I'll just start slowly, and I'll have two beers, or I have three beers, or I have a bottle of wine, or I have single whiskeys.
Yeah.
Like you try and convince yourself.
Or you buy fewer and then just later you just go and buy again.
In my
I'm
case,
only gonna drink that.
I would take that same thing. I would buy six beers and take it to a braai or to a barbecue, and then
Yeah,
I just end up drinking my friend's brandy. So it's like
correct.
didn't really work.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, eventually got married, had a little daughter. The cycles got fewer, became fewer, but it was still there. And over the 8 years I've been married to my wife, those cycles were still there. And it came to,
But she knew you from the start with the alcohol.
uh, she met me in a stage of my life in one of those cycles where I gave it up for a little bit.
Okay.
I wasn't, it was sort of under control, if you can say that.
Yes, I understand.
Um, and yeah, the cycle just kept repeating itself. I was not half food in our marriage, half food out, because I was very absent in our marriage because of alcohol. Um, I would drink and then feel shit for 3 days, and then sort of just plan my
Trying
next,
to make it up.
yeah, just planning my next adventure. And 9 weeks ago, it just came to a place where she had enough. She didn't want this anymore. She had,
Have she previously gave you like, I don't want to say it's an ultimatum, but have it
yeah, because
previously come to a stage?
it's always been a theme or a sore point in our marriage.
Okay.
And um, I was going to say something now.
Sorry.
No, no. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, it came to a halt. Oh, I was going to say it caused her immense anxiety. Oh, I think we're gonna run out of time here. We've got 10 minutes left. Um, it caused her a whole lot of anxiety. So every time I would touch a beer or touch wine, or she didn't know where it was going to stop. Um,
Yeah.
and there's been some embarrassing moments within our marriage, and so she had enough. Um, the last straw was me coming home, being really drunk, giving my daughter raw noodles and tomato sauce to eat. Um,
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm laughing.
yeah. And luckily for me, she took a video of how I looked, how I came
Sure.
across, what my daughter saw when I got home.
Yeah, my
So,
wife also has a video too like that, and also a one where I sat on the toilet passed out.
yeah, I can't recall that I've got one of those, but I mean, yeah. So everything, yeah, and I'm glad it did. It was a really big wake up call for me in and realizing what I'm doing to my family, to my health, to my relationships. You know how it
And
goes.
to yourself, actually to yourself.
Yeah, yeah, and then realizing I've never really given myself a sober chance in life. It was always,
Sure. It's
yeah,
crazy, huh?
yeah.
So you're like in a whole new world.
I'm rediscovering daily things about me, like waking up
That's
at 4,
awesome.
4:30 in the morning, and but it's work, and it's you have to put in the work to because there's the thing that started the journey with alcohol. It didn't go away, so now you just have to work through it and
Correct.
yeah,
Work backwards.
work backwards exactly.
Because that's basically what it is working backwards to all of those points of trauma or that points of events
Yeah,
and looking
100%.
actually to the origin.
Yeah,
And that's unfortunately not an easy path to follow because it's the whole time of ups and downs, ups and downs. And the thing is, life feels shit about you. It still goes on. All the trouble still is there. All the life events. Now, okay, JJ Diot, stop drinking. Let's go slower. It actually escalates.
yeah,
So, and that's the difficult thing, and that's why it takes time. That's why it also takes that self-involvement, meaning it actually is first about you,
yeah,
setting yourself first, because at the end of the day, if you can't sort out yourself, how can you be the husband? How
yeah,
can you be the great father? How can you do great in business? So there's a bit of self-involvement in the beginning where you actually put yourself first with the realization that I'm actually doing it for everyone around me.
yeah.
Because if I can't sort myself out, if my glass is not full, how am I going to give from a half empty glass? If
100%.
your
Uh,
glass needs to overflow.
yeah, and the I guess the good thing is when you stop the cycle, you actually have the courage, or you feel clear-minded um, to take on the challenge. When you're drinking, it's not possible because you're not operating at full capacity. Um,
Correct. And then you also find like-minded people,
yes,
like we
yeah,
found each other. I just
yeah,
want to say for the record, we haven't actually been friends from school. We just knew each other.
yeah,
So our paths basically cross via the Facebook with my journey that I've done, where JJ has been very supportive, always commenting and also always showing his support. And it's such a amazing thing how life is and how it makes clever twists and turns, and you actually find the people that you need in a specific time of your life. So
100%.
as I came, as JJ came across my path, I also believe that I was given a specific reason for me to come across his path, and I'm looking forward to his journey. I'm looking forward to my journey. And I actually like to see how this whole thing unravels on this channel, and also the themes that we're gonna bring week to week.
Yeah,
And then hopefully through this, just our general conversation, just being ourselves, just sharing our ways and means that how we are treating this post addiction, and then maybe through this process there's something that can be like a catalyst to anyone that's listening here to make a change, because this is actually not specifically to alcohol. I think this is also a catalyst to many other things. This thing was not just specific to us, the alcohol, but I believe that everybody can take something from this.
Yes, no, I would,
JJ, any last gedagtetjies?
I would encourage anyone to get involved in the channel. It's
Please do.
let's have a two-way conversation, ask questions, and that we can address. If you maybe if you've got a story to share, let
Please
us know. We
share.
can have you on the channel. You can join the
We would
conversation.
love to have people on this channel with
Yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah. I mean, everyone's got a story and everyone's got something to share.
Definitely.
Um, yes, I think that's that.
That
And
is it.
keep an eye out for the next one.
Yes.
Thanks,
So
Diego.
cheers. Good night.
Yeah,
Tot dus weer.
we'll catch up.